Justin Trudeau and Pierre Poilievre, both presumed by many to be illegitimate by birth, the two most prominent politicians in all of Canada. As we approach the upcoming federal election, it stands to be the most interesting one in the nation's history, pitting two men, both rumored to be born of adultery, in a battle for their country's future. Let's start with Justin Trudeau, Canada's current Prime Minister. For decades, many have speculated about the true identity of his father. Officially, he's the son of the former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau, but some claim that his real father could be none other than Fidel Castro, the late Cuban revolutionary leader. Proponents of the theory point to physical resemblances, the Trudeau's well-documented friendship with Castro, and the famously troubled marriage between Pierre and his wife Margaret. Is it possible that at some point in 1970, Trudeau had swapped lovers with Fidel, resulting in the unplanned birth of his firstborn son? Those who disbelieve the Cuban connection suggest that Trudeau's father might be Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, as Margaret was known to party with the rock band whenever they came to town.
Afterwards, Mick Jagger emerged in a white toweling bathrobe. He was followed into the backseat of his car by possibly the Stones' most prestigious groupie, Mrs. Margaret Trudeau, wife of the Canadian Prime Minister.
His old man's a Rolling Stone!
Could Justin be the love child of an affair between Canada's First Lady and one of the most charismatic frontmen in the history of rock and roll?
I mean, we love your Mr. Trudeau. I mean, his family's always been such big fans of our band.
But Jagger isn't the only famous singer to leave more than his mark in Canada. Far away, in the great Canadian prairies, lies the city of Calgary, the hometown of the leader of Canada's Conservative Party, Pierre Poilievre. It was September 27, 1978, when singer-songwriter Roy Orbison drifted into town to do a show at the Jubilee Auditorium. It was no secret that Orbison enjoyed the company of his fans, a habit that resulted in a very messy public divorce. It's uncertain what truly happened in Orbison's hotel room that night, but what we know for certain is that almost 9 months later, on June 3rd, 1979, Pierre was born. While his parentage is discussed less frequently than that of his opposition, the uncanny resemblance between the two and the seemingly perfect timeline of events continues to arouse suspicion among voters. What does this battle of the bastards mean for Canada's future? On one hand, the idea of Justin Trudeau being the son of a Cuban dictator is seen as off-putting by many Canadians, whereas in the case of Pierre Poilievre, the possibility of him being Roy Orbison's illegitimate child is easily the most interesting thing about him. But what if Justin really is the long-lost son of Mick Jagger after all? Then that turns the next election into a musical war for the ages, a final showdown between the bloodlines of two rock stars from opposite ends of their genre. And is this really the most important issue that Canadian voters care about? Only time will tell. If you like this, I've got plenty more mystery and conspiracy on my channel, so check it out.
We got you. It's false. It's a total fabrication.